esteemed participants to the forum, dear friends, now I give the floor to His Excellency President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, dear Serdar Gurbangulyevich, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends. The International Forum Interconnection of Times and Civilisations, Basis of Peace and Development, dedicated to the 300th anniversary of Turkmen poet and thinker Magtymguly Pyragy, today in the modern world is as valid as ever. The poet is deservingly considered a great humanist, the founder of Turkmen poetry and literature, and his works, his rich artistic heritage, rightfully make part of the golden foundation of the world culture. Magtymguly was among the first to showcase the beauty of the Turkmen language in all its wholeness and variety. He had a unique poetical style to express his thought eloquently and vividly, yet sharply. A lot of his words have become part of the people, have become famous proverbs, sayings. Magtymguly's books are not only read, they're preserved and kept at home as a holy relic. I would like to draw your attention, specific attention, to the following fact. During the years of the Great Patriotic War, as we refer to the war in the Soviet Union, in the letters to the battlefield, to the Turkmen soldiers, their families quoted poems of the poet trying to instill courage in their soldiers, to cheer them. I would like to quote one of them: "Marching under righteous banners, all our tribes from every land." And the works of Magtymguly were translated into Russian, and we have factual evidence confirming that the poet himself for a long time resided not far from Astrakhan in a village Funtove, where from the end of the 17th century and until now resides the Turkmen diaspora. In 2019, there have been an opening of a school in the name of Magtymguly, built on the initiative of Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov. In Astrakhan itself, there is a monument to Magtymguly, and in September, in Moscow, we held a ceremonial opening of the bust of the great poet. Far ahead of his time, Magtymguly never stopped in his artistic and spiritual search, and always strove for knowledge and sought truth. And with the power of his poetic genius, he managed to foresee the future of his people and of his land. In his art, he always strived for purity, justice, and equality, not only in relations between people, but between states, between nations. He advocated for the highest ideals of friendship and friendly neighborhoodness. And he tried to pass on these thoughts to the next generations, advocating for the agreement and responsibility, tolerance and understanding, respect and solidarity. All this today is clear and right for everyone, and is especially valid in the current difficult situation where the world is facing unprecedented threats provoked by civilization threats, international and interconfessional conflicts, when international relations are entering the era of deep-rooted changes, when we're building the new world order that reflects the variety of the whole planet. And this natural process is irreversible. We see the emergence of new powerful centers of the economic growth, of financial and political influence. And of course, first of all, we see it in a global East, global South. These new centers try to preserve and strengthen the sovereignty as well as socio-cultural identity, trying to find ways of harmonious development according to their own traditions, based on their national interests. States of the world majority Russia among them, and all the countries represented at the forum advocate in the spirit of philosophical approaches of Magtymguly for a more just spreading of the well-beings, for consequent democratizations of international life. We're convinced that global peace and development can only be ensured while ensuring interests of each nation, while respecting the right of each state for their own sovereign course, for their own viewpoint, their traditions and religious beliefs. I would like to underline that Russia advocates for maximally wide international discussion on the cooperation in the multipolar world that is being built today. We're open to discussing issues of building the new world order with all of our friends, partners, and like-minded friends among CIS, EEC, the SCO, and BRICS. It's in this spirit that we're preparing to host on the 22nd to 24th October in Kazan, BRICS and BRICS outreach summits. And of course, we would like to welcome at the event in Kazan the host of today's meeting, Serdar Gurbangulyevich Berdimuhamedov, and other leaders present at this forum. In conclusion, allow me to take this opportunity to extend a special gratitude to the current leadership of Turkmenistan, its president, the national leader, Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedova, for following the teachings of Magtymguly and contributing greatly to preserving peace and stability in our common region, to expanding the multipolar cooperation and partnership. Thank you for your attention.
Esteemed Vladimir Vladimirovich, thank you for your very informative speech presentation. I would like to underline that the Jubilee of the poet of Magtymguly is widely and very solemnly celebrated in Russia as well. And these important events was the opening of the bust of Magtymguly in the Library of Foreign Literature in Moscow. It was a very significant and major event. I would like to take this opportunity for your support and assistance in this work. Esteemed Vladimir Vladimirovich, I decided to present to you award of Magtymguly Pyragy medal, and this will be yet another bright symbol of unshakable friendship between our peoples and countries. Congratulations.